Hello guys, and welcome back to another film review, and today me and Scott are reviewing Hercules, which is a film led by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who actually plays Hercules himself. And yep, it's one of them films that's been remade about 50 times. So we're going to get on with some of our favourite scenes, and then favourite characters, and some negatives, and then we'll give it an overall rating. So Scott will get on with his first scene here.
My first favourite scene by far would probably be the bit where Hercules is basically in that prison area. I think it's like a dungeon or a prison or something, and he's basically chained up, and the guy who, I can't remember his name, the guy who basically wants to kill himself in a way, is reminding him of who he is, and then he just breaks free and starts attacking those three dogs, and then starts to take on an entire army. I thought that was a really good scene, and just probably one of the best scenes in the film for me.
Yep, my first favourite scene is probably where all them green swamp guys, not Shrek, all them green tribe people start coming out the floor, and they like form like a square out of the men with their shields and stuff like that. And then they're all running at them, trying to break through the shields. And yeah, I just like that sort of combat, especially in medieval films. So yeah, that's one of my favourite scenes. We'll do just one more each because we can't remember that much about the film. So Scott's final favourite scene.
My other favourite scene would have to be the part where Tydeus, the guy who basically says nothing in the entire film except for one word, and he basically takes a bunch of arrows to his chest. And the reason I like this is because it reminded me a lot of a game that me and Shane play a lot even today, called Dynasty Warriors. It's basically about, I'm not going to go too far into it, but it's just one of those sort of sword fighting games that me and Shane really like. And there's a character in that game called Dian Wei, and a stage where he just sort of takes loads of arrows to the chest, and well, more arrows than Tydeus takes, obviously, but yeah, and he's bald for some reason, but you know, yeah, it just reminded me a lot of that, and I just really enjoyed that part, how he managed to save his friends by just sort of charging into the enemy arrows and stuff.
My second favourite scene is they were about to have a fight with this other army. I'm not sure who they were, but yeah, they were all charging at them, and then this her name is Atlanta in the film. She comes out from in this forest, and she's on all these carriages with all these other people, and they're all shooting arrows at the horses and stuff. So it's kind of like a surprise attack, and yeah, sort of like tactical films like that, where they have tactics to lure the enemy in and then just kill them all. Well, nearly all of them. The rest of them ran away. But yeah, so now we're going to get on with our favourite characters, and I'm just going to say mine straight away is probably Atlanta, just because of her bow. She reminded me of some Hobbit characters such as Tauriel and Legolas, and yeah, I just like bow and arrows probably more than swords. Maybe just the same, but kind of leaning towards bow and arrows more. So yeah, Scott.
I think we could both probably say our mainly favourite character is probably Hercules, but if we're gonna just like take Hercules out of the picture and pick someone else, then for me it would have to be Tydeus, because simply he's just sort of, he has no fear, and he just charges at the enemy with his two axes and slaughters them all. He just seems like my kind of character.
We're not going to go into like two negatives, we'll just say one each. So yeah, a negative of Hercules is I don't know. Scott's got one.
The only negative I have is like I didn't really get the storyline. Like I got the storyline like throughout the film. It was just like the beginning where he, like, you know, the old tale where he's supposed to have taken down the lion and the what was it, the 10-headed snake, whatever it was, Hydra thing, and all that sort of stuff, and the rhino, boar, I think it was, yeah. I didn't really get like that part, and then like it showed at the credits, all of his friends helping him. So I was kind of confused because, does that mean he's not a god? Does it mean like he's just a really strong person who has his friends to help him, or does it mean that he is a god but he's just like over exaggerated? It's the only bit I don't understand.
Yeah, what Scott's on about there is at the end it showed like clips of his friends sort of helping him kill the beasts. But at the beginning it only showed Hercules fighting them, but yeah, we found out he actually got help. So yeah, I can't really think of a negative because it's, you know, a medieval film and it has my sort of combat in it. So I enjoyed pretty much everything about it. So we're going to give a rating. I'm going to give Hercules a 9 out of 10, I suppose. There wasn't a real, for a remake of like a film that's been remade many times, I thought it was actually pretty good. The actors were pretty good. I liked the characters, the combat scenes, and the storyline was great. So yeah.
My overall rating would have to be an 8 out of 10, I suppose, because of just that part I mentioned before. I didn't really understand whether he was an actual god or just some guy named Hercules who like took after a god or something. It's just, if you just take that out of the picture, everything else was really good. I liked the fight scenes, I liked the massive army battles like Shane did, pretty much everything between beginning and end. But yeah, I just still don't understand the like ending credits and the start and that.
You can, as Scott said in the cinema, you can consider this a warm-up for The Hobbit, the Battle of the Five Armies. And yeah, we're now going to record our Guardians of the Galaxy review, but Scott has something else to say.
Just like to mention, in that chain scene where he was chained up and he got broke free of the chains, he turned Super Saiyan.
Yep, so on that note, we'll see you guys next time. Comment below if you've seen Hercules and what you thought of it, and leave a like if you please do, and we will see you guys next time.